Shauna. I'm going to give you 10 ways you can grow your notary business. Now, the first few ways might sound a little obvious, something you've heard before, but by the time I get down to number 10, hopefully one of those will be something you can use and be like, oh, I never thought of that or never heard of that. That sounds like a good idea for me to try. So one way you can grow your notary business is by word of mouth. Now, I know you're like, really, word of mouth? Tell people that I'm a notary? Yeah, it's the most obvious thing to do, is to tell people you know notary. The only thing about it is just like, how many people do you know? Like, really? And then of those people, how many people need a notary? But that is one way, of course. That's one of the most obvious ways. They won't be as obvious the further I go down. So number 2 is to develop your business on social media pages. Of course, that's probably another obvious. You're like, yeah, I already know that. Grow my Facebook up, like post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, post it on LinkedIn. So yeah, do that. If you didn't think about that, yeah, also post it on LinkedIn. Like it will build your professional portfolio. And what you don't understand or never thought about, like if you ever wanted to create an LLC, like turn your business to an LLC, this helps like drive your business even bigger, make it even better. And when you start creating your platforms or putting your business on different platforms, it grows your page, so it grows your brand awareness even faster and better. Obvious one, number 3, is post your profile on notary websites. I know you're like, well, yeah, that's Notary 101. Or if you're new to this, maybe you didn't know. Yeah, you post your information on notary websites, are basically notary search directories where people who are looking for notaries in your state or your county, they can just type in your notaries in my area or notaries in my zip code, and your information will pop up. This place is like signingagents.com. This could also be signature closers, places like that. Make sure when you do those profiles, make sure you have a nice professional looking photo. Don't just be like, I'm gonna do it on my phone and okay, let me look through my gallery on my phone. Oh, this looks nice. I'm gonna just put this random blurry half lit picture up. And no, because people don't like to say that they people off of looks, but in the end, yeah, people be basing stuff off the looks. Like, you might have all the qualifications in the world, but if they judge your picture, they're gonna judge your picture and be like, nah, I'm good, pass, next notary. I want you to be like, get that like, you ever see those real estate agents photos? They be like getting that side shoulder and look like that. I want you to take a picture like that. Get a nice dolled up. It don't have to be no professional picture. Just get somebody, you can stand behind a wall or in front of a bush outside. Get somebody to take a picture of you just like posing professionally in some nice clothes, and then use that as your profile picture. So number 4 is less obvious one, is to put a sign on your car. Yes, on your car. If you're going to do notary, especially mobile notary, and you're going to be driving around your town or your city all day, every day, it'd be nice if people could know, like, oh, that's a notary. She does notary, or he does notary. Put a sign on your car. You can have, I'll link some tools down below. You can go on different websites like Zazzle or Teesprings, or they have places where you can literally print out stickers, or even Redbubble. You can print out stickers of to put on your car decal stickers, where you can put your logo and your contact information, put it on your car. Get a nice size big one that's legible enough to see if a car is right next to you or a few cars over, and as people driving by, they can see the number. Oh, I needed a notary, let me put the notary number in my phone real quick. So yeah, hopefully that was the less obvious one. I'll link some links down below so you can, you know, go straight to it. Don't have to like research, making it easier for you. So number 5 is you can get what is called promotional pins. You're like, promotional pins, what are promotional pins? Promotional pin is literally a pin with your information on it, right? So what you would do is, I will also link another link where you can get promotional pins. You buy these pins in bulk, and these pins have your information on it. Whatever, like, I'm a loan signing agent, or I'm a notary, a general notary work. Here's my name. Here's my, like, let me show you. I don't have a promotional pin right now, but it'll have like this is a black pin. Maybe I shouldn't use black, but it'll have, you see how this would be a promotion. Well, come on now, let's see. Basically, that's them promoting their pins right there. They have a name. You know exactly who this pin is for, who it's from, where it's from, who it's from, or and etc. Now imagine like your information being on the pin, your logo. I wouldn't recommend just putting a logo to put a logo. I would recommend putting your what you do, notary, general notary work, your name, your phone number, or your business phone number, or your address, or something where they can get in contact, or your email, or your website. And like hand them out to different people. Hand them out, like say you're at the post office, hand it out at the post office. If you're at the if you're at a bank, hand them out at a bank. Be like, oh, I have this pen, here you go. Or someone actually, yeah, you know, I do another work, here's the pen. And people don't keep pens as often as they do. You ever been in a house, be like, man, I need a pen, where I don't have any pens. Say you gave them a pen. Oh, I have this pen. Oh yeah, I forgot, she gave me this pen. And they can always remind themselves that I know someone who does notary work, right on a pen. So hopefully that's another less obvious one. Promotional pens, you can buy them in bulk, like buy 100 pens. So every once in a while you're giving out a pen here and there, letting people know what you do. And it's something that they keep. If you give them a business card, it's cool to give them a business card, but if you give them a pen, they're most likely to use that pen more often than they would a business card. Now speaking of business cards, you can take business cards and go to areas like, you know, people need notaries, like go to what do you call it, courtrooms, not courtrooms, but go to like DMVs and places like that, and like stick your business card on like people's, I wouldn't recommend it, because I know when people do that to my car, I'm like irritated. I'm like, oh, why they put this paper on my car? But you can like take their business card and stick it like right on their door window or whatever, and they're like, what is this, a notary? This is if you're willing to, like, no, business cards aren't that expensive, so you can buy like 500 for like just a few hundred, I mean like 10 15 bucks. So you take your business card and stick it on like right where the window is, and they grab it. Who's notary? Either they're gonna take it and put it in their car, and one day pick it up and be like, oh, a notary, or they're gonna like trash it. It's up to you. It's all, this business, it's about that. It's about like spending to make. And then next, you can, well, number 7, you can advertise your holiday schedule, because people want to know. Don't always, like, say if you have a website, or wherever you post your hours of operation, you're like, oh, I work, my time is like Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6, or like from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Typically that's what people do. They just put Monday through Friday, or from this time to this time. Also post your holiday days, whether if you accepting work on Columbus Day, Memorial Day, President's Day, Christmas, Valentine's, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Post if you're actually working or accepting notary gigs on those days, because if people know that, they're most likely to gravitate towards you, because typically places are like that are closed on those days. Typically you can make more money during holidays because people know that things are closed on those days, and they, you know, holiday time is typically when people are off of work, so they're trying to get things done even when they're off of work. And if you're available, cool beans, they can get this done. So number 8 is you can network with local mail delivery services. I know you're like, wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let me tell you. Networking with places like UPS and FedEx store managers, technically, as well, not a notaries, but loan signing agents will find themselves at either UPS or FedEx all the time. So by networking with them, you can actually like say you talk with the store manager and you're like, hi, my name is so and so. Like some of these stores like FedEx, I don't think FedEx offer notary services, but I do know UPS sometimes do offer notary services. So you can be like a referral, have them leave your business cards with them and be like, hey, if anybody comes in looking for a notary, for instance like UPS, can you refer them to me? Here's a few of my business cards, and it'd be nice if you can maybe just leave them at the front counter or refer them to me, such. You can build connections with like FedEx store managers, UPS store managers, stuff like that. And number 9 is one that's you might thought about, or maybe not thought about, is get a t-shirt or shirt of some kind with your your logo and your name on it, or your logo and your services on it. And wear it as often as you can. Wear it around town, and get one that has your services on the front and back. Don't just be listing out notary signing agent. Like, make it look nice. Put your I say when it comes to logos are okay, but focus more on words, less on logos, less about making pictures. Focus more on words, because you want people to not just be like, oh, that's a pretty picture or a pretty logo, because they're not. You want them to pay attention. You want them to get in contact. You want them to know the numbers, know what you do. You want people to be able to come walk up to you and be like, oh, do you do notaries? You want that. So, and wear the shirt as much as as often as you can. Not necessarily to your actual service, your signings or your workplace, but when you're out and about just shopping or whatever, or hanging out with at a grocery store or restaurant, wear it as often as you can. So because people pay attention to words and stuff on shirts as more than you think. And if people see it like, oh, it says I provide notary work, I provide notary services, general nerd on your shirt, people are likely to come talk to you or come ask you about it. Or even like, oh, you see, she says, write down that number real quick. They'll do that and you wouldn't even know, and all of a sudden you're getting calls like, hi, I saw you at so-and-so, and I want to know if you're the one, or I saw someone wearing a shirt with So that's number 9. And then number 10 is for a great way to grow your business is as a notary, general notary person, or general notary public, is to start accepting cards, debit cards, credit cards as payment. I know you're like, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I rather just deal with cash. I'm telling you, you're missing out on a lot of business with cards, because you know, in today's world, today's times, like, card is the thing. Not as many people are keeping cash on them. People keep their money in the banks because it just feels more secure that way. I know I don't really keep cash on me like that. So I mean, I do, but I'd be paranoid with it. So like, that's why I prefer to keep my money in the bank. So accept card payments. I know you're like, how do you do that? Well, there's different things out there. There's something called Squares you can do, where it's like a card slider right on your phone. If you have or if you have PayPal also has a card service where you can accept cards that way. And I mean, there's just so many different options out there. This is just 10. This is just me giving you 10 ways. There are plenty more, but these seem like, I thought about these, I'm like, these seem like some of the better ways, some of the easier ways, some of the best ways to comprehend, some of the best ways to do. Some of them you're doing, like, you're growing your business without actually having to do much work. For instance, like the one putting stickers on the car, or wearing a t-shirt with your information on it. It's easy, simple stuff. So that's all, and I hope these strategies help you increase your business just a little bit better than it did yesterday, and then hopefully by next month even more, and then more, and it keeps growing and growing and growing. You start making that moolah. So yeah, I'm out.